I suppose today I'm going to talk about manual choking a bike to start it. This bike is a 600cc sports bike from 1998. It is such a bitch to start some days. I literally have to sit there with a choke on approximately 2,000 to 2,500, nearly 3,000 RPM until the first bar of temperature comes along on the temperature gauge. You can't do fuck all else with it until that happens. I tried being economical at work last night just before leaving, and it just kept cutting out. You know, there wasn't enough fuel going to the engine for some reason, so I thought, alright then, I'll just do it as I always do, you know, just engage full choke, well not full choke but half choke so that it gets enough fuel, sit on it until it warms up and then go. And that works fine, but come to it this morning and literally again, if it drops below 2,000 RPM even with the choke, the engine just goes go. Proper pain in the ass. And that's the thing, if you don't put the choke back on to restart it, it just won't have it, because the engine's not warm enough or whatever, it's not getting enough fuel. So you're there pressing the button, it's like water. You know, as you do, it just won't start like that, so you have to knock the thing on, give it a bit of gas, okay, now choke off once it's up to temperature right away, fine. And once you've been riding a bit, you can stop it, you can turn it off, walk away, come back to it, press the button, it'll start first time. I think it may be time for this bike to go in for a proper full-on service, you know. I just haven't got the money at the moment, because I'm skint. Oh. Try and keep remembering to clean that damn lens up there, but it's difficult when you're riding, especially as it's on my right. If it was on the side of my helmet it'd be easier to get to, but wouldn't have the amazing view you have. Thinking if there's a good day of weather next week when I'm off, I might actually fill the bike and then find out what she runs to before she runs out. Only a thought. See, I don't know. Riding around for ages and I don't know how much she runs to. I know I've had a fill, I know I've gone out on a ride and I've made it 140 something miles before I've had to fill up. But I didn't get to reserve then, the bike was still running normally, so I don't actually know what my maximum mileage is under good running circumstance. So I was discussing it with a vlogger the other day. I'll have to put his name in subtitles because I can't fucking remember it. But yeah, we were discussing it the other day as he had to do it. But I think I'm gonna have to do it just to find out, you know, because I haven't experienced that feeling of the engine going go. Oh shit! Click, reserve tap, go again. You know, I haven't had that, so I'm gonna have to do it at some point. So I'm gonna wait for a nice day of weather so I can properly get out there, just go on a nice ride where I know there's going to be plenty of fuel stations, or not, depending on how I feel. Take maybe a metal bottle. Get some fuel in that as well, so if I do run out and I am miles away, I can just tip a bit of extra fuel in. This is a full disclaimer for this video. It's not going to be chirpy. I'm sorry if you don't like the darker side of things, but this is something I'm going to talk about tonight. I don't want to go as far as to say I feel it needs to be spoken about, but it's something that, well, yeah, it does. At times it does need to be spoken about. Nobody really wants to. It's not very nice, but the reality of the situation is you're going to have to face it sooner or later. Not the first thing, the second thing. I couldn't fucking see then. Oh, you see, now it gets interesting, because now I try and squeeze down the middle of these fucking cars. Until a lorry comes and then I've got to squeeze in again. Oh shit. Son of a bitch. See, he got away with it. Bastard. Please don't let anything come around this corner. Nope, nothing did. Awesome. Okay, the topic. You fucking prick. Boop. So yeah, today it was pointed out to me that I have a bald spot on the right side of my head. Which is a bit shitty, to be honest. I'm 25 and I've got a bald spot. Quite a sizable one. If there was blood, it'd look like I'd had the side of my head blown off. So I was quite like, oh fuck, what the hell has done that? First thought was, it's just, you know, I've had my hair cut a couple of weeks ago, so it's just a parting in the hair where it's quite thin, and maybe I've slept on it and it's flattened it all out. I got like weird growth lines in my hair anyway, so that might be it. But, you know, I asked a colleague who's balding up top a bit, and we had a brief discussion, and then one of the lads, jokingly, admittedly, he was only joking, but it's the kind of thing you don't see as a joke when it's happening, sort of thing. But he turned around and he went, oh, what's the worst it could be? Fucking cancer. I was like, thanks. Thanks a fucking a bunch. Now, I don't think it's that. No, you know what it's like. You have something wrong with you, you don't know what it is, you're going to panic about everything, but I'm just going to take a light-hearted approach to this. If it's something serious, I'll get it checked. But it got me thinking, you know, how many of us, particularly us motorcyclists, have our affairs in order? And I'm not talking about the kind of affair with a woman that's really kinky and fun. I'm talking about the kind of affair that, you know, your affairs, your things that you've got outstanding, like bills and friendships and monies and things, you know, that sort of thing, your affairs. So I started thinking about it then. And one of the first thoughts that came to mind was, I don't have my affairs in order. Nothing is set ready. I mean, I've got a life insurance policy, but that's as far as it goes. You know, beyond my life insurance policy, I don't really have much planned. I surely don't have any kind of like note or list or video for my girlfriend and my family to know what my wishes are or anything. And I bring it up with you guys, particularly the vloggers and maybe some other people who are watching, because it may help you. I don't know, it probably might not, but you know, these are things I think about a lot. You know, maybe I am going to do it over the next couple of days. I'm going to try and sort out some paperwork and whatnot, so it's in an easy to find place with an easy to follow list of instructions for what my estate at that time needs doing. You know, whether it be just updating documents every now and again so everything's ready, just simple things like that. Oh, I do apologise. But I think it's important to have that stuff ready. And now it rolls back towards us guys again, the bikers in the group. We are more at risk on the road. It has to be said, we are. And the likelihood is ever growing that something might happen to us. You could be as prepared as you want on a bike. You can't count for everything. I mean, oh shit, what's his name? Chasing on Two Wheels? Is it? I fucking forget these things. He's quite a well-renowned vlogger in America. He's got a lot of followers. And yet he was in a smash the other day. Luckily he's not too badly hurt. He's got a bit of a bandage on his leg. But he got out of it okay, so to speak. So like I say, we all have affairs we need to take care of, whether it be money or family matters or whatever, you know, just things, your final words to people, put them at ease about everything, settle scores, you know, just say, look, this is what happened, this is when, and final, get on with it. And maybe a message to a loved one, girlfriend, wife, partner, gay lover, I don't really care which, not all of them of course, because you know, think of the arguments, but you know, just that final goodbye sort of thing, give them something to live with. But it's dawned on me, although I've got life insurance and insurance on the bike and everything, it's not very organised. I'm not very organised in general, and I can guarantee most of you aren't. I mean, there may be the odd one of you who's sorted something out and has said to your partner, look, this is in the event, I know it's sad, but in the event of something happening to me, this is where you need to look, and it's all in there on a list. Follow the list and you'll be alright. But I haven't got anything like that. I mean, you don't want to discuss it with your partner. Nobody wishes to discuss with their partner the eventuality that they may be killed in a road accident. You don't want to discuss that. You want to live under the presumption that you were never going to be part of that figure, that you're always going to be alive, you're always going to survive it no matter what. Even if you get out of it horribly injured and disfigured, you're going to survive. But the fact is, you might not. And I would rather leave something for my family than go, I don't want to say into the afterlife because I don't believe in it, but I don't want to say I'm going to die, snuff out of existence and cease to be, and leave my family here on this earth with nothing but a fucking room full of crap to sift through and sort out between themselves. You know, I don't want to be that guy. I want to leave them with happy memories and an easy passing. Come to think of it, I've actually told them my wishes for when I do die. The missus completely disagrees, but it ain't her fucking death, she doesn't get to choose. But I'd be quite happy with, to be honest, a massive pile of wood in the back garden being thrown on top of it, and while my ass burns they can have a beer or two. You know, just a bit of a on-land Viking style. Everyone can have a beer and a bit of a bash and talk about how good I was or shit I was, whatever, I don't really care. But at the end of the day, it's nice and cheap, except for the price of the wood. Preferably we'd source wood from nearby. I'm getting too into this, but the point is I want to make sure that arrangements can be made easily and affordably, and I'm not going to set my family into some kind of deep dark depression and recession of funds by snuffing it. Because at the end of the day, the time of your death, you're worth more to your family than you were alive, in most cases through insurance and whatnot. Admittedly, I've only got a very low end insurance on my life because, well, as a young man taking out a life insurance policy, I didn't think the fucking odds of me dying were that high, you know. I didn't really, you don't, do you? You don't think, oh well, I better take out a fucking vast insurance policy just in case I do snuff. You think, I'm not gonna, so I'm not paying the rates. They can fuck off, it's my money. I want something there, but I don't want to pay the fucking odds. And I hate to tell you people, but dying is fucking expensive. I know this. I fucking know this. I've seen it. I've seen bills from fucking people who take care of your ass once you're dead. They cost a lot of fucking money. So it's like, yeah. So, although it's a horrible thing to have to think about and do, I strongly advise you, my viewers, I consider you very close, and I'd like to think that you'd have everything in your life set up ready for the horrible event that you die, so that your family and your loved ones could go on in their lives happy. Well, in my head before I started making this video, it was a lot nicer than it turned out. It ended up just me going, you're all gonna die, so make sure you got life insurance. It's a bit weird, really. Interesting. I wish this guy'd back the fuck off. Oh, speaking of dying, there's a fucking car up my ass. Cunt. Jesus fucking Christ. 2 days in a row now I've had cages being dickheads with me. 2 days in a fucking row. I'm a shitlord with a car. Fucking spastics.